Okay, good afternoon. So our next speaker is the Auditor General of Pennsylvania, Tim DeFoor. For those of you who had the opportunity to meet Tim or hear him speak or watch his work, you know as I do that he brings experience to the Office of Auditor General. Imagine that, someone actually qualified to do a job they've run for. He's been an auditor and an investigator, and he's been a public servant. During his tenure as Auditor General, he's conducted investigations to make sure that taxpayer dollars are used wisely, not for fanfare, not for partisanship, but to make sure that you and I, as taxpayers, are getting value for the way government dollars are spent, and then makes those reports public. He's been a good fiscal watchdog, a good public servant. He's a father, he's a citizen. He is someone that has benefited from when we all work together, we can elect folks. Please join me in welcoming our Auditor General, Tim DeFoor, who, if we all do our job, he will remain our Auditor General. Ladies and gentlemen, Tim DeFoor.
Hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. It's nice to be back, and let's hear it for Guy. Such a gentleman, and somebody who I consider a friend. And I want to thank you for having me today. And I see a lot of familiar faces, not only out here, but also saw a lot in the lobby. And a lot of you have heard me talk before. A lot of you actually know me for years. And you know that I was the kid who hated math, who ended up being Auditor General. You know that I'm an auditor and a fraud investigator, and I've been doing this type of work for 35 years. You know that I'm a huge Star Wars fan. And some of you who've been in my office probably have seen an actual lightsaber made from the original mold from Darth Vader's lightsaber from The Empire Strikes Back. If you ever lifted it, it's heavy because it's made of metal. And but there are a lot of things that you don't know about me. And one of those things is, growing up, my family used to sit around the dinner table, like a lot of families do today. We used to talk a lot about government, how government works, what government does for a family like ours, and ways in which we can each give back to our communities. My parents taught me and my 5 siblings about the importance of public service and the duties and responsibility of a public servant. And as I grew up, I realized that what Pennsylvanians want from their elected officials, they want us to do our jobs. They want us to lead with common sense, with their best interests in mind. They want us to be public servants who make our communities better. And at the Department of the Auditor General, that's what we're doing. We're transforming our department to perform audits that are important to taxpayers and not using them as political weapons. We're not playing gotcha politics, because gotcha politics has no place within the Department of the Auditor General. We are working as public servants to bring awareness. This is something you've heard me talk about before. Bring awareness about the need for financial literacy in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. From the richest areas of our state to the poorest areas of our state, the issues are all the same. We are not being taught how to use, save, and leverage money in our schools. Think about this. We have a generation graduating from our schools who don't understand debt, how to sustain wealth, or how to be money smart. And this is a generation that we're going to rely on to create businesses, jobs, and fuel our economies for the next century. This generation, they need to learn that money is real and not credit on a video game. because they will become college students who need to learn that debt is real and not just numbers on the screen. They will become workers who need to learn how to invest because retirement is real and not just a fantasy. And when they become older adults, they need to learn how to leverage their savings and not resign themselves to living off of Social Security. There are 21 states in the country that require that some type of financial literacy be taught at schools. Pennsylvania is not one of them. And if we truly want to be a national leader, we must teach all Pennsylvanians about money. Yes, thank you. Because at the end of the day, once Pennsylvanians elect us, and just like my family over our conversations during dinner to this day, what they want each of us to do is to make their lives better. We need common sense solutions for the Commonwealth. And ladies and gentlemen, now you know a little bit about me. Now you know where I come from. Now you know about my passions. I'm out in the open. So that's who I am. I'm here to do the job as your Auditor General. I want to thank you for your time, and God bless.